His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a noisy country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Commonwealth Town, which was carried out through a court order. How does your administration ensure that such enforcement action are done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. The police were ordered to do it, and they did it. If that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him passing around, practically dead and useless. Why will such a man conduct make you wear vex that you will struck the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, you are falling in the place of Moses.
The Liberian National Police commenced the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Their respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived. And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Coma today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we had always been molded. That's how God has already molded Weah and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That has been his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? The person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they cared. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. You know what it takes for you to pride in yourself of being bad? When people are looking for good image, you are happy in becoming a bad person. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would a person. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
When he came to bury his son, wherever he came back with his divorce paper, because no man should come to you and you don't ask him for divorce paper. So I saw the divorce paper with the red seal, dated I think June 2015. The date is in this paper. We got married. We got married on July 29, 2015. Richard's birthday is July 27. And we're trying to get married on his birthday, but because, you know, you have to apply and the people give you what available. So we got married in Delaware County, July 29, 2015. So we've been married for over 10 years. I'm not related to Richard. Richard lies a lot, and all his lies will come out today. I'm not related to Richard. When things happen, maybe he's saying it to the girls, you know, to make them say, okay, he's free or something, but I'm not nowhere related to Richard Kun. Because I've been very, very patient for over 10 years, and I went through a lot. I've been trying to get my divorce, and this man will not give me my divorce. I filed for Richard, I think 2012. But before then, he had been back and forth in the States because he's a professor at the University of Liberia.
I'm just happy to hear everything that there's a mistress called Cecilia Paul, because I myself have been to her house. If you can remember, I was there pregnant with her son. Con took me there to see his father and told me that he was at his sister's place. So I'm a little bit confused about the whole thing too, because I brought Con to my home in Maryland from her house. So I can't understand that she was married to him and I have Con living with me. You know, so I'm kind of confused about the whole thing, but that's not my place with that. My biggest thing is I'm happy that she's married to him, because that means the whole time child support searching for Con, that means he been to Cecilia Paul house.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
It's Wednesday, the 24th day of December 2025, the reign of Judah Christopher. Yet, the Liberian atmosphere. Another day, another great day, great institution, Kings 88.5. Yes, we are back with Real Talk. We go real, unfettered, against nobody and no one, patriotic, nationalistic. This is Kings, and this is Real, and this is Sam Andrews. As always, Sam Andrews. Grateful we are to God Almighty, the creator and the sustainer of the universe. Good God, great God, merciful God, faithful God, above all, the God that exposes with time, the God that warns the dictatorial, tyrannic, despotic ruler, the God who listens to his people when they groan in their hearts of the suffering, suppression, repression, oppression by the Nebuchadnezzar rulers. That God who also keeps watch over the good journalists, the good leaders, a good radio station like Kings FM and other radio stations that are exposing, getting society better, fiercely facing the reality, irrespective of who is involved, why they are involved, but ultimately the good of society. That what our God is. He keeps watch over those good institutions, good journalists, good broadcasters. We are grateful to have him hovering us. Another day, great day. So, yes, all of you great people who have come on. Julie Kennedy, Vinicius Barr, Rita Hart, Massachusetts, USA. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Rita. We appreciate everything, and we can say the same of you. Merry Christmas, blessed New Year, and every other thing we wish you. I will pour all the blessings on you Rita. Thank you for always coming on. We are inspired by your presence. Rita Yolo, Dixville, Camara, Brussels, Belgium. Jeremiah Labla, So Clinic, Spencer Mohammed, Coastbone Hill, Wayne Town, Mansare Abdullah, JJY Community, Melvin Jolo, Painesville, Morris Gray, ELWA Rehab Community, Ninanquia, yes, it's a Merry Christmas in return. Claudie Allison, Delaware, USA, Stanley Bolso, Congress City, Willem Sumawulo. Good to see you on. Good to have you on. Great man. Yes. The birthday woman, today is the birthday of one of our regular, consistent, whatever the description you can attach to it, birthday. Patience Wisner, Lane Street. Your birthday is today. You are celebrating your birthday. So we join the rest of your supporters or friends, family member, whatever, to say, bless God Almighty for you and happy birthday, Patience Wisner, as you celebrate your birthday. Consistent, regular listener and follower of all of the shows on Kings from the morning to night. Let's go. Patience, celebrate your birthday in grand styles, they usually say. Renin Bo, District 11. Your district, Renin Bo. No disrespect to you people. There are great people, decent people in District 11, Bad Nutsville, but your speaker is embroiled in infidelity, philandering, polygamy, and all of the descriptions. Daniel Farr, Saniquili, Nima County, Jackson C. Poning, Iron Factory, Block C Community, Orita Jikla, Precious Zia, Paris Slobot, USA, Gabriel Lawson, Iron Factory, Broad Street Business Center, Joan Mamalu Gala Street Business Center, Usman Saw Gala Street Business Center, and my dear sister, Rita Sunday Choir is on. Rita Christine Haids is also on. All of you great people, thank you all for coming on. The chairman himself is on. Roma Rico, Cannonball, for short, the chairman of Block 18 Intellectual Center, Iron Factory, the place that almost took the lives of several people from Seti Brothers' negligence. Then the community people, the leadership, the compromise, the health, what would have been a potential death, they compromised it. They sold the community for food, for rice, a biscuit. Imagine that. the community leadership took rice. These people, sometimes when these people talking against government officials, you hear them, like when you put them in an office, you really see leadership. But you get to know how empty, how wicked they are from just a simple community leadership level. All the talking that we did here, raising the alarm, putting Seti Brothers under pressure, they took rice from the people as if they don't have food in their houses or that Seti Brothers been feeding them. The people who will be putting more on politicians. Anyway, Malawi government has denied allegations that Vice President Jean Manyemun answered plans to spend 1.3 million in public money on a trip to the United Kingdom for her husband's 80th birthday. It said documents circulated on social media, which detailed the alleged cost of the private trip, are fake and misleading and do not reflect approved government spending. There is public anger after reports suggested that the vice president will travel with a large taxpayer money entourage in December and January, just as government is urging citizens to accept austerity measures. Lai Mohammed, Nigeria's former information minister, has caused stir by saying the popular West African dish originated in Senegal among the jollof rice amongst the wall of people, and was once prepared as a simple meal for prisoners. Speaking with a local Nigerian TV channel, Mohammed said the word jollof comes from jollof name, a claim broadly supported by historians who trace the dish to the ancient Wolof Empire in present-day Senegal and Gambia. However, historians say there is no credible evidence that jollof rice was originally prisoner food. Why Senegal is widely accepted as jollof birthplace, debates over the best version, especially between Nigeria and Ghana, remain fiercely contested. The United States Department of Homeland Security is offering undocumented migrants a financial incentive to leave the country voluntarily by the end of 2026, describing the initiative as a Christmas bonus. Migrants who register by December 31st will receive a free flight home and $3,000 payment. Since May, the government has offered $1,000 to migrants who arrange their departure through a mobile application designed for self-deportation. DHS has stepped up promotion of the program with a holiday theme appeal using migrants to return home for the festive season. Officials warn that those who do not self-deport risk arrest, forced deportation, and payment re-entry bans. And starting on New Year's Day, the United States Embassy in Abuja and its affiliated consulate in Lagos will stop issuing visas to Nigerian nationals. The action stems from Presidential Proclamation 1099-8, which limits the entry of foreign nationals to protect U.S. security. United States authorities clarified that visa issued before the effective date would not be revoked, and that foreign nationals who already possess valid visas as of January 1, 2026 are not subject to the changes. Nigeria has joined 18 other countries facing this partial visa ban, many of whom affect African countries. Already, the United States ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills, has been recalled. The changes came just as Nigeria was appointing ambassadors to the post abroad. Many Nigerians, especially students in America, are not coming home for the Christmas celebrations, expressing concerns over visa uncertainties. Those are some of the developments unfolding out of Liberia. Let's get to events here. Couple of hours to celebrate what is referred to as Christmas. But before then, let's remind ourselves of the King Support Basket. We are in the festive season. We need you more than ever, and we will always need you. But interestingly, we are complementing each other. We are complementing. So thanks to Rita Haight. Thank you so much. You got the number, that what it is, 077-017-885. Andrew, you promised to send $50 inside. You got the numbers also. So let me remind you, the send wave 055-885-885. The local mobile money 077-017-885. The name attached to the two numbers, Abraham will. Abraham will. Help drop whatever you can. Whatever. Just complement our effort by dropping in the box or the basket. Please. Again, the numbers for the send wave 0555 885 885 0777 017 885. What do we have? It's the Christmas, few hours to what is considered Jesus' birthday. It is the tradition since God created the world, and numbering, calendar counting came into being. And then there's December 25th, and everybody will subscribe or accept December 25th. Traditionally, it has been the pattern. December, it is called the festive season all around the world. About 85% of the world's country, they celebrate Christmas. Some countries celebrate Christmas after our time of Christmas. Some countries have already celebrated Christmas as per their calendar. But the countries that are celebrating Christmas, they are celebrating Christmas. They are preparing. The aristocrats, the bourgeois, they have already done what they needed to have done as per their preparation. The rest of the people have tried, they stay trying, and before the day can come to an end, something will happen for you. I'm not prophesying to you, but I am hopeful because that's what life is. God does not leave anybody out. There are people who don't have it presently. There are people who are hoping. There are people who have not had it yet for their child or children given their condition. But before the day itself can arrive, God can move across. So it's hard, it's terrible, it's not really encouraging, but this is the situation. Out of every hardship, there is a breakthrough by God. Don't worry if you have not bought your son or daughter or children Christmas clothes yet. If you have not done other things, don't worry. I know it plays on any parent because the pressure from the children, meaning the expectation, is so high, and they see their colleagues or their friends, their brothers and sisters with their Christmas materials, or them talk, my partner buy my Christmas clothes, my man buy this, and they don't have any, they're not hearing from the parents. It plays on the parents too, but God just get everything settled before the day itself. So people are striving, they are making the most of the little they have, but that's what it is with God. Everybody going to celebrate the day. Everybody, every child will feel happy because every child will be a part of the celebration. No child of any parent or parent will be left out of the day's celebration. Then if any child is left out, then God does not exist. As long as God exists, every child will celebrate. Even if it is at the 11th hour, God will provide. So be hopeful. It's going to happen. If it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen. So just be hopeful, trust and exercise your faith. Trust God and exercise your faith. Get into action. Some way, somehow, God going to lean in your direction and you'll celebrate the Christmas. I'm saying it from the point that things are hard, it's difficult. We see the reality every day. It is before our eyes. But don't worry, it will get better. The government is just confused, misguided. Some people have not taken pay. Some government ministries, things within the government itself, things are not just right. The president gone in Lofa County to amuse himself. They dare say they're going to dedicate some kind of, they say, independent headquarters or independent organization for Joseph Boakai. Something we even get around. We are not close to election yet. They start with a small organization, things that they were condemning yesterday. So in Lofa, one of the things that he will be doing to dedicate that headquarters, I think they should be done with it by Nana. They should be done with that. It's going to get better. The second thing is, sorry, let's have this break. Let's have this break first.
I'm just happy to hear everything that there's a mistress called Cecilia for, because I myself have been to her house. If you can remember, I was there pregnant with my son. Con took me there to see his father and told me that he was at his sister's place. So I'm a little bit confused about the whole thing too, because I brought Con to my home in Maryland from her house. So I can't understand that she was married to him and I have Con living with me. You know, so I'm kind of confused about the whole thing, but that's not my place with that. My biggest thing is I'm happy that she's married to him, because that means the whole time child support searching for Con, I mean, he been to Cecilia for house. I wish I had known, but now I know I'm going to like redo child support, because both of them now they need to pay me.
The government atmosphere is not just encouraging. But don't worry, move on with your life. Some way, somehow, God will meet your need and you will be part of the celebration. The next thing is, the day is on tomorrow. The Liberian Council of Churches, headed by Methodist bishop, who holds a political position in the Unity Party government, and Bishop Kotu Brown, Bishop of New Water in the Desert Pentecostal Assembly, had told the government that it should not allow the civil society organizations to stage the protest, which was constitutional and is state constitutional. It will remain constitutional. It is constitutional with God. It is democratic with God. It is a basic human rights tenet with God, least to talk about the earth. They said because the festive season is a time of peace, a time of sharing, giving, love, a time where people will be shuttling from one end to another. So what they were simply saying by their interpretation, that the protest was going to upset the atmosphere, going to degenerate into a war, and the people were not going to celebrate the Christmas. That was the interpretation of the Liberian Council of Churches and Bishop Kotu Brown. We are just hours away from that. Prior to this day that they all lay emphasis on as being the time of sharing, the time of love, the time of this, people have demonstrated something not representative of the day and their gospel they were preaching. People will engage into acts that will even give a bad image. So, in terms of reasoning, it was not about stopping people from protesting or telling the government not to protest, but rather look at the essence and urge. We have not had, it is not a normal in Liberia that you see protests all over the place in December, but you see loose, extravagant, willful, all kinds of stuff that are inimical to the very festive season. In the various churches, everywhere you see that. The very Jesus Christ they preach and say that Jesus' birthday is the only birthday that is discarded, that is dehumanized, that is giving every disrespect of any birthday on the earth. I say it this way because the people who preach festive season, the reason they gave for festive season, they go contrary to it. So you just want to shut up, leave the people to live their lives. Whatever they do in the festive season, whichever way they do it, you've got nothing to do. Or you just urge people to know the significance and how they conduct themselves. Because your argument is celebrate the day so that it doesn't bring shame to God. It doesn't bring shame to Jesus Christ. And you say that festive season. Festive simply means joyful, happiness, gladness. It's different from a birthday. So when you say festive season, then they put the Christmas there, which means Christ Mass. It comes from this Latin phrase, they say Christmas, meaning the birth of Christ. So it is a celebration. Just as when the wise men saw where the baby Jesus was, and then the Bible says they lay down everything and opened the treasures and the brought of gold, incense, myrrh, and all of those things. Matthew 2:11. So when you have a day coming like this, it's not to be political. I'm saying this because we're going to see awful things. And now those people who were saying, they try to use morality, try to use festive season and religiosity as if the atmosphere would be clean throughout the festive season. We have to change our way of addressing issues in this country and start acting like you're so holy. You are more than the holiest, yet there is irony. So, we're going to see all kinds of things, which is normal. Those pastors, they have seen it. Some pastors have talked. They have seen it. But my emphasis on the people who said that the government should not have allowed the December 7 protest to go on. When December 7 protest was December 17, and you have Christmas Day, December 25th. Look at the days, the weeks in between. So the protest now took place. What happened? Did it stop people from getting what they want to get? Did it stop people from buying? Are people not buying presently? Have people not prepared? Are people not preparing? Are people running all over the place? Guns, bullets coming from guns all over the place? People shooting here and there? No. The atmosphere is serene. It's cordial. Everybody moving normally. When in life, when you think this is wrong, the next person should not do it simply because you don't want the person to do it, and you know that there are other wrongs. You close your eye on it, just how the Pharisees were, and Jesus had to blast them. Those things that are going to happen because we see it every year. Every year. What are you going to say? It is not stopping people. When you stop people from protesting, it doesn't suggest that the atmosphere or the festive season going to be perfect. People from Kotu Branch Church, you will see how they will conduct themselves. People from how they call it, Reverend Christopher Toll Church, you're going to see how they're going to conduct themselves festive season. When you see the people, what they will tell you, they say, oh, that our left, Jesus, I can understand. My pastor can understand. That alone, you're protesting against Jesus. So you're into the other one. It's not how you brag about a given day. December 25th was just a day that Constantine chose. He brought in the pagan festival called Saturnalia. It was a pagan festival because they did not know, God did not provide any definitive date or month about Jesus Christ's birthday. Since God created the world, people have been trying to arrive at Jesus' birthday, the month and the day. Nobody have ever, and nobody will ever until the world comes to an end. Constantine comes and say, this, the festival, we're going to putsch it, and then we'll bring this. Jesus Christ's birthday will be celebrated on December 25th. That's all. It is not how you are so concerned about the atmosphere, but the image. You should be concerned about the image. It's not about the atmosphere. The emphasis should be on the image. That's why Paul said, take Jesus Christ with you everywhere you go. It's not the atmosphere. It is the person that you subscribe to. It's the person that you put in you. How you portray that image within you. How Christocentric you are. Couple of hours from now, you're going to see. I'm saying it to me that when those things are happening, what you're going to see? You can stop the people. 80% of the Christians, they go in a loose manner, whichever way, whatever way they want to, and it is their right. So why you tell them, why you can look at them and tell them X, Y, Z? Some of the religious leaders not really helping this country. All right, that will be doing it for that. So tomorrow is the day universally, yeah? And it's just a couple of hours. It's up to you, whichever way. On the heels of the celebration, the standard bearer of the Congress for Democratic Change, former president, Republic of Liberia, global icon, George Weah, will express his best wishes to the people of the world. That's been shared with you. He said, as Christians in Liberia and around the world, prepare to mark the sacred birth anniversary of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, I entreat you, my fellow compatriots, to let this festive season be a time of renewal and reverence in your lives. Christmas is a season of giving and remembering God's goodness in spite of the challenges we face. Each year serves to remind us of His presence and love for us. As Christians, we remain thankful to God for His indescribable gift of grace. Through the years, we have faced many trials as a nation and people, but God has always remained by our side amid our difficulties, strengthening us and guiding our families. On this festive occasion, let's show gratitude through our deeds toward our neighbors and our nation. As we celebrate and draw the curtain on another year, I urge you to join me in remembering our nation and our people. Be a blessing to every heart that yearns and every soul that lacks, if you can. May we also continue to pray for a peaceful and prosperous country. Merry Christmas to all Liberians, irrespective of your political, religious, and social persuasion. Permit me, however, to give a special acknowledgement to partisans of the Congress for Democratic Change. Remain resilient, remain steadfast. Merry Christmas to you and all supporters and sympathizers of the Blue Revolution. God bless you. Merry Christmas. George Manning Weir, Standard Bearer, Congress for Democratic Change. That was the Christmas statement from the former president of the Republic of Liberia, a standard bearer of the Congress of Democratic Change and global icon, George Manning Weir. This break, then we get to what the president has done, and then we are out.
I'm just happy to hear everything that there's a mistress called Cecilia Park, because I myself have been to her house. If you can remember, I was there pregnant with my son. Corn took me there to see his father and told me that he was at his sister's place. So I'm a little bit confused about the whole thing too, because I brought Corn to my home in Maryland from her house. So I can't understand that she was married to him and I have Corn living with me. You know, so I'm kind of confused about the whole thing, but that's not my place with that. My biggest thing is I'm happy that she's married to him, because that means the whole time child support searching for Corn, I mean, he been to Cecilia Park house. I wish I've known, but now I know I'm going to like redo child support, because both of them now they need to pay me. Because she been hiding Corn. I guess she been telling Corn, don't do this, don't do that, and stopping child support the whole time. I've been very lenient. Like you said, been more than a year. Yeah, it's true. Been more than 10 years with Mr. Corn. That's true. Because my son will be 11 like in 2 months' time. So that was in the same time frame, I guess, that she married him. But I'm happy to hear all of this, because it's a good news for me and my kid. I know Corn my whole life. I met Corn back home. I don't want to say what age, how old, where. I met him in high school. That's why I met Corn. I don't want to explain all of that. We'll prepare for another day. Yeah, I re-saw him during the Ebola time. That's when I re-saw Corn. He told me he wanted to come, and the World Bank sent him to do his CPA, and he needed like money for a ticket. That's how it was to send him money to come here.
Oh, you provided the plane ticket?
Yeah, he asked me for 900 to add whatever he had at that time. Yes, I was here by that time.
And you got pregnant yet in America, or you took the pregnancy? He met you, and you got pregnant, and
the president of this country, Unity Party President Joseph Yeman Boakai, who is spending his festive season in Lofa County, exercised his constitutional one of his constitutional privileges or rights called executive clemency by releasing 72 persons from jail, 70 Liberians, 2 foreign nationals, Guineans, 70 men, 2 females. According to the executive mansion, all of them were convicted of non-capital felony offenses. Those released are people who served more than 50% of their sentence. Those who had completed their prison term but remain in jail still because of outstanding restitution obligations for small amount or small money. Among the 70 prisoners released, the elderly, they have elderly among them. So they are 72. The 72, you have 70 Liberians, 2 from Guinea. The president exercised his constitutional right by releasing those people. So that's it. That's the atmosphere. We have a couple of days to celebrate the birth of Jesus. Christmas Day, great day, good day. Not a Christian country. Liberia is not a Christian country by constitution, but Liberia is Christian by a population dominance. Yes, by population dominance. So 85% of the people everywhere is crowded. People are managing some way, somehow to get something done, something going, something to buy. Some way they are striving. The atmosphere is always appealing. It's always appealing. No day, no festive time so appealing, so magnetic than Christmas. Yeah, New Year comes. People, oh, yeah, they are excited to see the new year, but it doesn't go with the kind of preparation that people put into Christmas. What other day in the calendar that really attract people? Say Independence Day. Yeah, a few people are excited. Yeah, the other days, yeah, New Year. But Christmas, no, Christmas is just different. The atmosphere is just different, completely different. So former President George Weah sent Merry Christmas, witches greetings to Joseph Boakai, the regime speaker, the vice president, who referred to him as common citizen, that when he is coming, Weah should park his car because he is the vice president, the pro tem, just everybody. Now, you didn't hear that in the script that I read word for word from the former president, but the line there explain it. The line there explain it, that he sent greetings to everybody, when he said, Merry Christmas to all Liberians, irrespective of your political, religious, and social persuasion. It's inclusive of the president, vice president, pro tem, deputy speaker, regime speaker, all of those people, senators, representatives, government officials, just everybody. So it's a clean heart. That's what a clean heart do. That's why a heart with no grudge do, which is everybody well. And then he'll focus on his party, the Congress for Democratic Change, urging them to give special acknowledgement. He say, permit me, however, to give special acknowledgement to partisans of CDC. And this is the acknowledgement, the caution. Remain resilient, remain steadfast. This phrase, to put it in context, is not a reference for feeling excited, motivated because you're in the festive season. That was said before this statement. It's not a reference to you seditions to be happy, to merry make. It's already a reality, is obvious that you are happy presently, that you are merry making and you will continue to merry make. You aren't suffering. You aren't lacking. It's not what the standard bearer is saying. There are two lines here. He carefully kerned or chose his words and paragraphs. After acknowledging partisans, he said, permit me, however, to give special acknowledgement to partisans of the Congress of Democratic Change. After wishing Merry Christmas to Joe Boakai, Katumu Boakai, the Vice President, Pro Tem, Regime Speaker, Deputy Speaker, everybody, all Liberians, all politicians, when he said, Merry Christmas to all Liberians. Merry Christmas to all Liberians, irrespective of your political, religious, social persuasion. Everybody, pastors, bishops, apostles, prophets, civil society people, just everybody, young and bold. Then the acknowledgement to seditions, and then the call to get ready. Listen carefully. He said, remain resilient, meaning that's who you are. He's not saying try to develop resilience. If the person said remain, it means that what you are, that's the character you are, that's your nature. You only need to keep it in check and then step it up. So the person isn't telling you something new. Former President, we are global icon, standard bearer, isn't telling you seditions anything new. After acknowledging and wishing you Merry Christmas, he is forecasting the future. The future is uncharted territory, meaning everybody is aware of the numbers. 2026, 4 numbers, 2026. Everyone is aware of it. Everyone is not aware. Everybody is not aware of what 2026 is, but everybody knows the numbers 2026, and everybody can say, and everybody have been saying, just as everybody knows and can say 2029. So he's positioning seditions, you people, friends of CDC, for the future, uncharted territory. To simplify it, we are in the noon. The noon is what you know. Everyone can speak of 2025 as everyone is speaking of 2025, meaning the events that are taking place, that have taken place. You cannot speak of anything that have not taken place because You are not in 2026. Nobody in 2026. 2026 is the unknown. We are in the unknown. When the people of Israel, every time you read the Bible and you see a transition taking place, you see the people moving from this end to another. It means they are leaving from a known territory, a known place, to an unknown. It is what some of the people, a couple of days from now, you'll be hearing, reading on social media, almost everybody cross over, even though most of the people just say a cross over, but they don't really know what they mean. They understand crossover that you will see the next year. But the actual meaning of it is leaving the known to the unknown, because no one knows. Everybody has the expectation of 2025, but everybody don't know what 2025 going to look like, because 2025 is unknown. But everybody is in the known, so everybody can talk about 2025, meaning all of the things that are happening in 2025. So you say, oh, when Boaga came to 2024, this one happened. The man, he did this. 2025, this is what happened. Just like when you call into the various radio stations and you express yourself, people go to Hatay Center to talk about all those. It's because they are in the know. So what the standard bearer is saying, remain resilient, that remain focused, remain determined, get ready for the future. The future is unknown, but get ready for the unknown. Then he said, he gave a picture that it's going to be terrible. It's going to be a difficult one. Just like Martin Luther King in one of his public addresses said, we have some difficult days ahead, but I'm not concerned about now. Remain steadfast. George Weah is giving you a future or a time that is going to be tense. You have heard some of the signs. You have heard some things coming from the other side of the political divide, and on and on. And so they're telling you, what he's saying is be strong. Meaning, when the future, when the unknown 2025 unveils itself and all of the elements start to come, you will have to stand like man. You have to stand like woman. You have to stand like a partisan. You have to stand like a sedition. You have to stand untroubled. You have to stand and stand, just as God said. And when you have stand, stand. Have you seen that expression? That's what he said. He said, when you have stand, stand. Meaning, be unshakable. Get ready to face the reality of the day. That's what the expression steadfast means. Don't get timid. You hear some things. Don't get weak. Don't get jitter. Don't start complaining. Don't start yelling. You hear people say, you hear people do things. But you remain focused, determined, ready to face the reality head on. That's what the expression steadfast or remain steadfast is. Partisans of CDC, remain resilient, meaning that's who you are. Continue to demonstrate that. Remain steadfast. Don't give in too quickly. Don't stoop so low. Don't bend. Remain unbending. You're going to see things. You're going to hear things. But remain unshaken. When they tell you remain steadfast, That's what it means. When Joshua was taking over, Moses was about to turn over, Moses gave a picture. And Moses used this expression. He said, be of good courage. That's what it means. It's the same thing that George Weah is telling you by this expression, remain steadfast. It's the same as the expression, be of good courage. Courage simply means, it is also the word steadfast. Steadfast is the same as the word courage. And courage simply means to be unshaken. Can be troubled, can give in, can renounce your partisanship, can turn your back on your party or on your leader. Even when the warfare is raging, when the battle is strong politically, you remain courageous. You remain steadfast. Because a battle, a steadfast soldier never gives up, never gets weak. A courageous soldier politically isn't timid, isn't carried away, isn't scared by what the other side will plan and do. Simply, George Weah is forecasting a future with an encouragement. And here's the last part to this, and then we move on. Every statement, every courage, every motivation stem from the past and looking towards the future. A statement isn't made by a rational thinker or a rational leader simply because he or she wants to be heard. No. But rather, looking at the future and getting ready himself with rallying his people. George Weah is in the country soon. Back in the country, he's going to spend a good deal of time in Liberia. Those times that Weah will be in Liberia for those months is going to be purely 2029 preparations, going to be several meetings here and there, and all the kind of thing, preparation for 2029 tour and all. He's going to be fully engaged. Fully engaged. And to get ready for that, the leader, will start rallying the people. And this is what he means by these two phrases. Remain resilient, remain steadfast. Don't give up. Don't give up. Be strong. It is a warfare we're about to enter. It's not going to be on a silver platter, but you have to be strong. In the midst of it all, be strong. He himself will be fully engaged with everything he said. Didn't he say it? That he will be fully engaged. The time is just right before us that you will see George Weah in the country for a longer time, and everything will be getting CDC ready preparatorily 2029. This expression will be fully engaged is what he is about to embark on.
I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change. Remain actively engaged with the politics of the country
as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change. I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change. I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change. I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change.
You brace yourself, get ready. Get ready to give your standard bearer, your political leader, the push. What did he say? You are aware of that statement, which has angered Unity Party people or the government, when he said, we are coming back. That statement goes into full effect when we are returns to the country. When the leader is coming, ready to get started, the first thing he or she does is to send the message of rallying the people, getting them ready. By the time the person hits the ground, everything ready, they're ready to move. So he said, remain resilient, steadfast. Remain resilient, steadfast. That's it. Not much today, just a day to the celebration. We thank God that we are in the eve. We look up to God to lead us into the day itself. Thank you for being with us, though we're not in 2026 yet, but we can acknowledge how cooperative you have been from January to this 24th day of December 2025. Let's take your calls, and then we are out. It's Christmas Eve. Not much today. 0772 23 99 33, 0886 3044 97, 0777 9803 75. Please do the needful, complement our effort. We are doing so much. The basket, please keep dropping whatever you can into the basket. The send wave 0555 885 885. The local mobile money 0777 017 885. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Andrew. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank God Almighty. And you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Happy pre-Christmas to you, the king.
Yeah, thank you. Wish you the same, sir.
Thank you. My name is Prince Dublé. I'm calling from Javier City, Lord Market County. Mr. Andrew, let me say thank you for the topic on discussion again this afternoon. I just called to recommend to you, you guys to please help us to talk to Honorable Junior again, so I think we really think the show. But the people cannot listen. As I see now, I have over 5 persons listening by my radio for the phone to what I saw, so I beg of you. But people, Honorable Alpha Coco Jones, so I leave his radio station, your family radio, can be really listening, so you can also the message to go forward. Thank you.
Yeah. Significant, very, very important point. Very important point. That is taken into consideration. Don't worry. Yes, you are 100% right. We're doing just that. That's one of the reasons we're seeking your financial assistance. It's costly. It's not easy. It's very costly, very expensive. So when you hear us asking, we can tell you everything on the air, but we know what is ongoing behind the scene. We know what communication is, the effectiveness of it. And we are opposition station. We are more propaganda. So we need the information all over, just as the government is propaganda too. We are propagandists. the government is propagandist. What that means is they are sending out the information and we are sending out our information. They are countering our information. We are countering their information. That is the warfare. That is the reason they are expanding or extending their coverage everywhere. And we are fighting too to do the same, because if we are not heard in a given place, the advantage is whatever the message they send to where we are not, the people will go by it. Whatever the year, that what they will move by. That's what communication is. So we're doing the best we can. That's why we asking you just be of help to us. Very good suggestion, my dear. Thank you. That is taken into consideration. Hello. Not getting you too clear. You have to change your location, your line. Hello.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Listen, what is our two brothers of Jakarta Ria? I hear sweet voice in my ear care now. My body hot. Andrew, thank you so much. For I think 4 or 3 months. No year that was before. That year in my ear care now. Everybody will get prepared. Everybody will know that before you come back in the country, everybody will get prepared. We are getting back. They will make it to go back 2029 for presentation. So much, and tell myself, thank you. I'll see my first one. I'll see my first one when I reach the day tomorrow. I'll see it fine. I tell you, thank you. Let God bless you. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Where do we go? Yeah, the Christmas. Christmas is a big day. Big day. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. How you doing, Chief?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank God. And you?
Thank God. How the season come?
Yeah, many happy returns.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for the new effort. December 24. Yeah, thank you very much. We get about UAB, Israel, all the other people. Thank you. Well, you're not on the ground. They will finish. Well, will say a problem. They can just pay attention to you. They thank you. Well, everything that we have said is going by A. So, now, you cut my visa, you go to the machine. Because I already saw that here. Anything they will do, they say, oh, the rest are 2,000, they gather in a 500, a 400. Everything they do in the country, yes. They can't say our mouth from here. Our mouth is already laid off. And 2028, 2029. If I don't know, they will start knowing, they will start getting the fever.
All right, sir.
Thank you. All right.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Hello. Hello? Madam, you went off. The women's line, you went off after you were okay. Okay. Yep. Yep. Let's hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. Wish you the same.
yeah. He made it easy. Hey, John Malavia, we hear your voice. The youth, they met talking your every yeah, put ourselves together. They talking what we talking here, and when I go feed we not see that talking. That's something we see that every day, every hour they put out or air too. So you're not supporting the people. Please. The year 2026 we're talking about now. Nana far off. You put yourself together. See these people over there. The big people. You put yourself together. Please. Some who know you, what you're over. But you put yourself together. We're not joking. we come in 2029. They will get in 2026. I think my best friend, oh money. That me, number 80. That number 80. Man, you will be number 80. I will not be my best friend again. When you have number 80, that me. Thank you, sir, Andrew. Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, Oman.
all right. Hello.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew. I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a Propo Kono, down Coast Stone Hill, White Town community. Mr. Andrew, firstly, I want to commend you and all of your garden men, your managerial staff at Case FM. I want to commend you for the job that you guys have been doing over the years that have brought us this far. I want to tell you thank you for re-energizing the spirit of the mighty blue revolution, for re-energizing the stalwart basis of the CDC. I want to commend you because after the election, most of us were broken down. But for you and your manager stood the test of time, braces to with all of the provocation, with all of the denigrating, remarks towards you people kept going, kept encouraging us until today. Our constituent and basis are we energized. I want to commend you. May Almighty Allah give us long life, good health, and prosperity. May Almighty Allah bless President we are giving him knowledge as we prepare to come back 2029. And I believe that 2026 will be a defining movement in the life of CDC because CDC have proven superior to the gangsters' paradise. Mr. Andrew, today I drove around Monrovia. I felt very, very sad. I began to think of those people who yesterday President Weah was pouring their country money. If you drive around Monrovia today, Monrovia is like a ghost town, the eve of the Christmas. Mr. Andrew, I fared for Monrovia today, I fared for Liberia. And I truly believe that President Weah have left the power for true because Monrovia was idle as I drive around town today.
All right.
Therefore,
all right, Spencer.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Andrew, just a minute. Therefore, I want to appreciate President Weah for his season greetings. As you come back home, you are welcome, Mr. President. Let's keep the fire burning, and we know that 2029 you return to the executive mansion. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew.
All right.
The God on life, good health, and prosperity as we take another year. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
You're fine.
Yeah, that my grandchildren want to speak to you.
What grandchildren for what now? What they want to say? What happened?
Their father that CDC, so they asked me now to talk the phone.
No, but that we're talking about the country now. That the country thing that we're talking on, we ain't talking on children being here. Yeah? So another time, please. Let's go. We take few and then we go home. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, let's have a chat here. I want to thank you to be to always call all the radio stations to get our day one. Thank you for all the time. Then say we all want to thank you. All KFN supporter, all the supporters of CDC. Your team that fight to a CDC all the time will be a CDC from now to 2029. Everybody will be a CDC. Please, be by yourself. Your Christmas are coming. Be by yourself. Don't tell anyone. Nobody will tell you. Please, be here. Last time we were fine. If you tell them we're fine, we'll make fine 2029. Thank you for the president. We have to come back all the way. We have. I'll thank you very much.
All right. Nice one, Chief. That's good. Yeah, keep the hope, keep the faith, but above all, you'll get ready. The construction is ongoing. You're not talking about when CDC will have its own headquarters. You got the headquarters construction going now. So that one is history. You look towards the future. Get ready. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. Doctor.
Good afternoon.
How are you? I'm Jason Freeman, of course, from Trusteeville, prepare to record them as you begin. You know, see, I really follow you. I'm a father listener, I'm a father follower because I'm not online. But almost everything about all your platforms, you as an individual, are high professional and educational. You always put me on the pathway, mainly with unleash your potential. I think certain things that I was lacking through listening to you, you know, I'm seeing myself through. I just want to say thank you for everything you have been doing for me as an individual personally. Over the years, I've been following you. And moreover, a compliment of the city from my end. I prefer to recall some Andrew Pekin. So we are trying to analyze a show. We can rest assured the opposition that we are coming back. The imposition that we are coming back. Nothing will stop us from getting back. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the compliment. Go off First Kings 88.5. Second, all credit goes to God and A.B. Williams. Let's go with just few, then we are out. We're out. Now, Christmas season, we have ourselves got to go see the atmosphere, and not easy to it. But that's what service call for. Yeah, it's not easy within ourselves, but we have to serve you. Yeah. What did Jesus Christ say? He said, he who that is amongst you that want to be this must first be your servant. It's not easy to be a servant. How? Yeah. Let's get to some of the comments. Then we are out for today. Matthew Choloplay. Choloplay, he said, for those of you seditious who said President Weah is not talking, he now sent you a serious message for you seditious to stand up and never hold back. Right, that's true. Get ready. He also said all seditious should understand that message from President Weah. All seditious should never hold back. Yeah. You're right. Get ready. Brace yourself for 2029. Or 2029? No, 2026. We're taking it year by year. Year by year. Spencer Mohammed said under President Joseph Boakai, the eve of our Christmas, where the streets of Monrovia used to be jam-packed, is now empty and compared to a ghost town. Is this the rescue that that Liberians voted for? Sad. Stanley Boso. All right. So let's have this break. Let's have this short break. Then we're done for the day.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. So they want us to think stupid. So they want us to feel stupid. That's how they want us to be. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. So they want us to think stupid. So they want us to feel stupid. That's how they want us to be. That's how they want us to be. They've been celebrating all these days. They've been celebrating all these days. So what about the slavery days? So what about the slavery days? They've been celebrating all these days. They've been celebrating all these days. So what about the slavery days? So what about the slavery days? Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. So they want us to think stupid. So they want us to feel stupid. That's who they want us to be. That's who they want us to be. They know that I know, and I know that they know. They know that I know, and I know that they know. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. So they want us to think stupid. So they want us to feel stupid. That's what they want us to do. That's what they want us to do. They told us things will be better. They told us things will be cheaper. They told us things will be easier. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. So they want us to think stupid. So they want us to feel stupid. That's who they want us to be. That's who they want us to be. They've been celebrating all these days. They've been celebrating all these days. So what about the slavery days? So what about the slavery days? They've been celebrating all these days. They've been celebrating all these days. So what about the slavery days? So what about the slavery days? Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. So they want us to think stupid. So they want us to feel stupid. That's what they want us to do. That's what they want us to do. So they want us to think stupid. So they want us to feel stupid. That's what they want us to do. That's what they want us to do. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. So they want us to.
And they are always the stupid ones. Anyone who thinks that you're stupid, they are the stupidest. So don't allow anybody to make you think that you are stupid. You aren't stupid. Be it politics, religion, cultural, social, economic, whatever the culture, whatever the atmosphere, you aren't stupid.
So they want us to think stupid. So they want us to feel stupid. That's what they want us to do.
No, we can do it. Okay. So let's go home, people. Let's go home. This is how we going to go home. We go home this way. Yes, this is how we go home.
When he came to bury his son, wherever he came back with his divorce paper, because no man should come to you and you don't ask him for divorce paper. So I saw the divorce paper with the red seal, dated, I think, June 2015. The date is in this paper. We got married. We got married on July 29, 2015. Rachel's birthday is July 27. And we're trying to get married on his birthday, but because, you have to apply and the people give you what available. So we got married in Delaware County, July 29, 2015. So we've been married for over 10 years. So we moved down to West Virginia. He fast forward, he went down to the Rhode Island. He was coming back and forth. So now he decided, he will handle all the immigration papers. I'm busy with my job. I'm busy with the military. At the same time, I'm busy with the CDC campaign at the time. I was the DMV chapter for the CDC. We're busy about, moving the then Unity Party to put in a new government. So I'm busy, I'm back and forth. He handed me all these papers. When I look, he started changing addresses. And one at a time, he said, oh, I want to go to Massachusetts. My cousin is coming. So I said, okay, so Rachel went to Massachusetts. What happened there? What ain't happened there? Apparently, maybe he met somebody there. Rachel changed the address of our house with immigration for all the documents to be going over there. I didn't know. So he had his work permit, he had a green card. The next thing, fast forward 2021, I started my campaign to run for representative in District 17, Monserrado County. So I used to go to Liberia, you know, come back and forth. Rachel has switched everything. He too, he said, oh, I ran before, I didn't win, you know, I'm trying to run. I said, okay. He ran in 2017, he won his bid. Through me, he was able to be financially equipped, and he used to come and go. So if you look at one of the immigration papers, you even see Representative Kuhn, you know, where the people address letter to him. I have filed for the children, the first wife children. We did a DNA, none was for him. And so Rachel was in Liberia. I used to come and go all the time. Then, to my surprise, he said, oh, the mother died. 5 people died in the house. So I said, well, how come? His mother, his brother, his sister, another neighbor, daughter or son. So I said, how come? So I was able to send money for all of them here too. At the time, everybody was sorry. I'm not related to Rachel. Rachel lies a lot, and all his lies will come out today. I'm not related to Rachel. When things happen, maybe he's saying it to the girls, you know, to make them say, okay, he's free or something, but I'm not nowhere related to Rachel Kuhn. I show you my birth certificate. I show you his birth certificate. My parents are in the US. His parents are dead. My father knew his dad. They were friends. And I got to know his family. But my dad was friends with his father, sister to a Nigerian man. And nowhere in my family I got Nigerian. Nowhere. My father was friends with his dad. They were friends. No, they are not related. It's not true. Because I've been very, very patient for over 10 years. And I went through a lot. I've been trying to get my divorce. And this man will not give me my divorce. I filed for Rachel, I think 2012. But before then, he had been back and forth in the States because he's a professor at the University of Liberia at the time. So he would come visit the States and then he would go back. So I filed for him. I filed for his father. I filed for 4 people when I did the filing that time. One of my girlfriends and another person. I filed for Rachel because he was my boyfriend. And like I said, he had been going back and forth to the States through LU. Sometimes they would send him on conference or little training. And then he would come and then he would go back. So I filed for 4 people through the U.S. military because I served the U.S. military 16 years. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I also filed for Rachel's father, like I said, because his dad and my dad were like very, very good friends. So I know the family. Rachel came to the States, and when I looked after maybe 1 or 2 weeks, Rachel brought in another woman. I was living in Frederick, Maryland, 5792 Indian Cedar Court, Frederick, Maryland, USA. And before he brought the woman, he said, oh, my friend wife is supposed to come on the I-20 program. So she got nowhere to stay, and my friend asked me, you know, if we can lodge her. So I said, okay. So the lady came to the house, Gifty Fakai, and both of them live in the house. You know, I will go to work. You know, when you come, you don't have papers to work, so you stay home. So after some time, I started seeing the woman, you know, her stomach started protruding. So I said, oh, Rachel, the woman pregnant? Then he said, yeah, her husband supposed to be coming. Then I said, okay. I too have my 2 boys in the house. Maybe they were about, the other one maybe were about 5 or 6 years old, and the other one about, I would say, 11, 12 at the time. Single mom. We were all there. And then after a while, you know, I was in a townhome where it was like 2 stories and 2 other people in the house. So I decided there were 3 bedrooms. Yeah, a social security card. Rachel jumped to Massachusetts, married another woman unknown to me. Through the immigration document, later on I came to find out he has committed bigamy, which is a criminal offense. So I came to Liberia. I filed for divorce. He got properties for me, and he got rent money for me. So it was all in the newspaper. So I know my way around. These are the court papers. As a matter of fact, on December 22nd, again, my lawyer went and reissue the re-summons. Rachel is dodging. Why can't he accept the divorce? That's all I need from him. Rachel knows about the divorce. He's running away. He will not accept it. Running around the place. Like I said, it's not about me versus any woman. I don't want him. I need my divorce. Over 10 years, I need to free myself. After he got the green card, he started going to Massachusetts. He changed the address. And so immigration used to send all the letters wherever he changed the address to, which I did not know. So they wrote for his citizenship. He went as far as trying to get the citizenship, which they wrote. And he and I, like JJC now, he thought he could, just leave me behind and do things. So he went running there for the interview, the citizenship interview. I went as far as giving him citizenship. He should have gone for the interview. He left me behind, ran there, and the people asked him, but where is Manapung? Then he lied and said, oh, she's coming. It's everything in this immigration thing. I didn't know. So I come here, I can't come. That's how the people deny him. Then he goes and marries another woman but I did file for property as well. So the two stories came out almost around the same time. No, he was divorced. He brought me divorce paper. That's how I come here. I got married in the U.S.
Okay.
So you can say that wife number one. I'm number two.
That was in Virginia. She lived in Virginia before. Yeah, she lived in Virginia before Delaware. He told me that was his stepsister. His dad was at that household when there. So I believe that because his father was there, peacefully ashes. Mr. Kuhn was there, and Kuhn Sr. was there. Before the Opa passed, he was with her the whole time. So I believe that was true. That was, yes, I was 4 days pregnant there. I went there, I drank there. When I say drank the juice and stuff, sat down there, talked to the Opa, picture with his father. Her son came from school. I was there. And she's a basic woman too. I was taking her to the airport before, Yes, I didn't look at it to be like something was wrong because nobody said anything different. She didn't look at me strange except when I was fussing with him. That's when she's like, oh, I don't blame him. He went and lied on the door and got off sleep. That's when me and her broke up because I'm not going to sit there and let her call me any kind of names.
Have Kuhn paid any child support to you for your son?
No. High school, not in the same school. I was in high school. I met Kuhn, not in college. I met Kuhn in high school.
Okay, and that was when you were in which grade?
9th grade. I was in Liberia at that time. It's a long story, but we here go first. Yeah, it's a long story. Yeah, no matter what I did, Kuhn told me that he was going to be keeping $10 every month until my child turns 18. Then he will give it to my son. That's what he told me. So it's a long story.
You will keep what, $10?
Yeah, he told me $10 every month. He'll be keeping it in an account in America. Yeah, when my son reaches 18, then he will give it to my son. That's all he can do. That was his exact words. And that was the reason why I kept troubling him the whole time. And he had all those people coming for me on social media that didn't know much and felt like it was okay. So he was throwing people on social media, different accounts, insulting me, embarrassing me, insulting my family, my parents. It was so many. So I have to retreat and let him be. And the last thing he also told me that when he gets done with me, I will kill myself. Because now I believe that this man don't really care. That's how I retreated and sat down and decided to watch the show of Kuhn. Because I felt like my time would come for me to approach him again. And I think we're getting there. Yes, I used to talk to Kuhn all the time, but it wouldn't fall on fertile ground. Anytime I bring up stuff like, you don't even call Richardson want to talk to his dad just to say hi or happy birthday, nothing. And he said that I'm trying to use him. My family just want his money and the rest of it, So I was just like, okay, like nobody troubling you. You came here, you went to Towson court, we did co-parenting. You have not taken care of my son. He told me that he would take my son and give my child to somebody that can harm my child. I said, well, I don't. Somebody, and the person might not take great care of my child. Like he was just saying things that were like, kind of make me feel sad to not want to bring out the topic. And he had, like I said, he also had a low support team that was supporting him, especially for females. the same emails that some of us have kids for him were really in the support of whatever hurt he wanted to bring to my table.
Whoever would think that this is a make-up by the lady, or it is a family affairs, that truly she is the sister biologically to Richard Coon, is living in illusion or with illusion. Considered all of those, they are not the main issue. If Richard Coon wasn't the person he is by status, this would not have elevated to the level at which it is. Whichever way Richard Coon feels, Richard Coon is relaxed in himself, and he thinks that this means nothing, as evident by what he just released from Lofa County, where he is presently, because he has the power. And nothing will happen. The speaker messed himself up. He's in an embarrassing position. And this is a character that will live for him. He is the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Liberia. He is the third powerful person. It is from this point I'm taking it. Whether Richard Coon and the woman are brother and sister, whether they went in America because way back they used to do the thing, say the sister will say, since you won't come to America, I'm doing XYZ, come as my husband. And then that's how most of the people left from here, they went to America. So that one would know it. But I'm not saying that what happened. But people are putting it, and the lady herself made it clear that there is no family link whatsoever.
I'm not related to Richard. Richard lies a lot, and all his lies will come out today. I'm not related to Richard. When things happen, maybe he's saying it to the girls, you know, to make them say, okay, he's free or something, but I'm not nowhere related to Richard Coon. I show you my birth certificate. I show you his birth certificate. My parents are in the U.S. His parents are dead. My father knew his dad. They were friends. And I got to know his family.
So, Richard Coon, all of you who are supporters, this is no attack against Richard Coon. Richard Coon is the speaker. Every person who is in the limelight, whenever something pops up on that person, it becomes the public discussion. Should Sam Andrews do anything funny or something comes on Sam Andrews, it will be a national discussion because Sam Andrews is a public figure. A.B. Wian is a public figure, a stakeholder. Israel Bowiasi is a national figure, a stakeholder. Every one of us in the space. We are in politicians, but we are in our area. The politicians are dealing with their issues. We as information people will deal with our issues. The pastors deal with the issue from a religious pulpit perspective. The rest of the people, the military, the medical people, all of us are stakeholders. All of us are honorable men and women. Hence, we aren't short of criticism. Once you hit the limelight of national life, politics, there is nothing about you. It's private. Richard Coon does not have anything called private life. Whether he and the lady are sister and brother, that is not the issue. Richard Coon, what has come on him by these ladies is bad for him. It damaged his reputation. This could have been any other person. The discussion will be in the public. Richard Kuhn thinks that because he released this statement, yeah, what he said, let me share it with you quickly. How empty it is. His media man added gas to the already blazing fire. His Unity Party people are very cautious because of the complicated nature of the situation. So they don't want to say anything. All of them remain silent. I told you, Richard Kuhn is not really loved. I told you yesterday, take it, you will see it. He's not really loved within Unity Party. He has not really been that figure, that towering figure, that down-to-earth figure that with, say, that camaraderie, how they call it. No. You see people in the Gafwane, when they say, all the guys that you see in Unity Party, the Mo Ali, Bwaka, Jaliba, Hansen Kazolu, all the Unity Party men, the base Unity Party, all the men that Gafwan. Those guys, they are more protective of Gafwan. They like Gafwan to the core. Richard Kuhn has not really been. Richard Kuhn just like a distant cousin or a distant nephew. The how Richard Kuhn looks in Unity Party. So the only reason you saw the guys giving their support because of the standard bearer of Unity Party, Joseph Boakai, interest that he wanted him there. But they have not really been supportive of him. They didn't see him as a close person. So the guys, they remaining silent. They're just watching the same. Yeah, what he wrote. He said in Lofa County. He said, I urge my sister. He's still opening. He's still leaving room for suspicion. I urge my sister, Mrs. Cecilia Kuo, and others who think that they have any legitimate claims against me to use the courts for redress. Using a media platform to denigrate me and bring my reputation to disrepute finds no solution and only exposes your malicious intent towards me. As Speaker of the House of Representatives, I owe it to the people I lead to provide the kind of leadership rooted in character, discipline, and integrity, and I will spare no effort to achieve that. Let's continue to coexist peacefully and respect and use the law. This is what Richard Kuhn said where he is presently. And how empty is this? He even incriminated or added spies to the already existing suspicion. Yes, the first one. When we tell you this guy isn't smart, this man, sorry to say, no disrespect, but he is a doll of a man. Yeah, what he said, I urge my sister, Mrs. Cecilia Kuhn. The lady said her last name is Kuhn. Kuhn is saying that the lady last name is Kuhn. Then he said Mrs. Mrs. is a reference for a married woman. So he leaves us now with the question, what is the man he knows that this woman is married to? He omitted the word Kun at the last, brought Kun in the middle, meaning family name. Since he is a Kun, the lady is Kun biologically, so he started by saying, I urge my sister. So then, tell us now, if this is your sister, who your sister married to? As a brother, you should know who your sister married to. Then he said that people think that they have any legitimate claim. It's not about legitimate claim yet. It's about infidelity. It's about philandering. It's about polygamy. It's not about legitimacy. Come on. Your character, you damage your character. You flitting between women. Listen to Vermont. Vermont, so is he telling us that Vermont too just came up with something against him to damage his reputation? Vermont said that they did the DNA, and the DNA proved that it is his child. That he did not deny, he accepted. That he said that he will be giving $10 every month. Every month you get $10 US. So do the mathematics. So Vermont lying? Vermont lying?
That was in Virginia. She lived in Virginia before. Yeah, she lived in Virginia before Delaware. He told me that was his stepsister. His dad was at that household when there. That was in Virginia. She lived in Virginia before. Yeah, she lived in Virginia before Delaware. He not in the same school. I was in high school. I met Kwon, not in college. I met Kwon in high school.
All these things borders on the man's character. It is not that people try to damage him. These women would not damage this man. The man damaged himself. The man had been flirting amongst women. As Speaker of the House of Representatives, when such thing comes on you in a sound, real country, Richard Kumwe will tender in a resignation. He will call the guys and leave. Because this one, it finished. He can say whatever he wants to say. He can sound political as he sounded. It will not help him. This is not political thing. This is reputational damage, which cannot be restored so easily and in a twinkling of an eye. A stigma he brought on himself. He's only hiding behind or using his status now as speaker. You go to court. The court of public opinion has it for the next 100 years as long as he stays on the earth. The only thing he can do, the needful he can do to him for himself, come out to explain everything. And as he explains, he widening it because he will say some things that people will question, that he will still be in the public glare. He messed up. Vermont, this is Vermont. Vermont said that she has child for the man. Besides, Cecilia saying for Cecilia, they don't have child. She admitted that she and Kun don't have child. Whether for whatever reason they don't have child, I don't know. Maybe she have reached her what they call it, biologically or menopause, and that she could not because of age, maybe at that time, or for whatever reason. But she said that she don't have child for him. But Vermont confirmed that she has a 12-year-old son, and Kun had not been taking care of the boy. Then they asked her on the show last night, since Kun became speaker, have you spoken with him? She said she tried. Every time she tried, when she gets through, Kun will give her cheek. He would threaten her, and he even threatened to take the child from her, send the boy somewhere else, and all the kinds. Chief, for your status, should you be in this? You should even be ashamed to stay in Lofa County and say people after your character is malicious. What is malicious? You created the scene. You are the progenitor of everything that is happening. Malicious is where you don't know anything about something, you're not involved, people just develop that hate against you. But you are aware. It's been running for several years. You've been in it. Then, how will you say, hey God, hey Labiro, what can I go to here? So the man said, I urge my sister, Mrs. Cecilia Kun-Paul, and others who think that they have any legitimate claims against me to use the courts for redress. Simply that he and Cecilia They are brother and sister. But Cecilia said her people in America, they are alive. So I think she needs, her people need to come out to explain whether they have family link, because Kun say that they are sisters. So you have to explain. Let know that the public know. And this thing will not damage the lady. It's already on Kun. If I were Kun, I would not be talking. You see, when we tell you Liberia don't have politicians, you can't believe it. Listen, this thing has some people, you know what they will do? They just remain quiet, don't respond, don't say anything. His office will not say anything. They will walk behind the scene to settle everything. You know why they will do that? Because of the status. You see, at this place is just a loose, reckless place. This place ain't no reputational place. That's why these guys, they do all kinds of things, nothing happen. Sound country, real country, poor. Rachel Kun impeachment bill is set. And feeling in a twingo and Rachel Kun off. Sound country, this kind of thing, poor. Whether people like him or not in that place, his colleagues will come out with a resolution to move him. They will have that to tear, because this is reputational damage on the very House of Representatives. What moral does he have to tell any of his colleagues anything? What moral will he have to look at the sergeant and put him outside? I said, Sergeant, put him outside. Sergeant, put him outside. Sergeant, put him outside in promiscuity. Flirting between women. Pimp life. Vermont said she pay. She pay the money to get him to America. She took him to America. Cecilia said she took him to America. That one is left with them. But all of them, I don't think the two of them will just come together in one accord to lie on him. So what they are telling us, that this man had been living a pimp life. He had always fed on women, been living on women. Look at the thing that they're saying. They're too damaging. And what did Vermont say? Vermont said there are more she has to explain about Rachel Kun. More. Why come up? The thing is still right. It's fresh in the minds of people. Then you're right. You go tell the people in Lova, I urge my sister, Mrs. Cecilia Kun and others who think that they have any legitimate claims against me to use the courts for redress, using a media platform to denigrate me and my reputation, to disrepute, finds no solution and only exposes your malicious intent. Oh, child support and malicious intent. Okay, let's put Cecilia up. Vermont. You get charged by Vermont. Vermont say the boy can be giving her heart. He wants to see her father. When she call Kun can say XY, he can say nothing sound to her. Amen. Let the woman explain it herself.
Okay, and that was when you were in which grade?
That's what he told me. So it's a long story.
You will keep out $10?
Yeah, he told me $10 every. Yeah, no matter what I did, Con told me that you were going to be keeping $10 every month until my child turns 18. Then he will give it to my son. That's what he told me. So it's a long story.
You will keep out $10?
Yeah, he told me $10 every month. He'll be keeping it in an account in America. Yeah, when my son reaches 18, then he will give it to my son. That's all he can do. That was his exact words, and that was the reason why I kept troubling Con the whole time. And he had all those people coming for me on social media that didn't know much and felt like it was.
So Vermont lying. Vermont developed a malicious scheme against him. Let's put this woman out. Let's put Cecilia out. What's about Vermont? The lady you just listened to. So it is a malicious act that she developed against him. Chief, you are the third person in government. If you are ordinary person, this thing, nobody will be talking it. We're not even, it's because you are the speaker. I told you yesterday why this thing has garnered the attention, because of who he is. So that thing he's talking there, he ain't reasoning better. No disrespect. He's not reasoning better. He media man went and widened the argument this morning, confirming some of what the woman said. I think they took that post down because the reaction. Then he added insult to injury with what he said in Lofa County, where he is. Chief, your character, if it damages you, you don't have any moral ground to stay over there. It's not, nobody wants to bring you down as speaker. These ladies have nothing against you. They don't want to bring you down. They are not your colleagues. They are not representatives. They are only explaining what happened. If you and this lady, if you and Cecilia are blood relatives, brother and sister, it becomes your responsibility now to come out and explain everything. The lady explained her side. The lady said, you people are not relatives. She different by creation. You different by creation. Her parents are in the United States. Come out now and explain yours. Don't hide behind position, telling people go to court. The woman said she wants divorce. Just explain why you have not given attention to it and you will not give attention to it. Explain everything, that this woman is your biological sister. You came out this way. These are the links. You explain everything. That's what you do to clear the air, because your reputation has already been damaged. And you even damaging your own reputation further. Chief, common sense. When we're talking, you think we're against Rachel Kuhn. We're not against Rachel Kuhn. We'll never be against Rachel Kuhn. We'll never be against any government official. We'll never be against anybody out of the government. Just as they are not against us. We are all reasoning. You damage yourself. Come out, honorable regime speaker. Do the needful for yourself and your character. Unleash everything that you know about this thing. The woman Cecilia explained her version. She gave her side of the story. You need to come out and debunk or dismiss what she said with a detailed explanation. Just as she gave a detailed explanation, you can do the same. And the burden of proof, the burden of dismissing her claim is on you, because you are the center of it all. Moreover, you are the third man nationally, the third most powerful man in the country. You are the Speaker of the House of Representatives. You are the Speaker presiding over 73 grown men and women. You know what it is from the legislature perspective? Those of you who are around Rachel Kuhn, you're getting advising. He has law. He just appointed Vedia a couple of weeks ago as his legal advisor. So instead of just being around Rachel Kuhn taking his money, tell the man the best way you can exonerate yourself from this thing, or you can avoid reputational damage, is explain your side of the story. But just giving a political sentiment, reputational damage, take it to court, it will not change it. Everybody discussing you here and there. Your fans with lambast. They say the woman lying, and some of them have been writing, oh, the woman days, the woman that they calling all kinds of things. But here is it, Rachel Kuhn. you are in the limelight of they take criticism and condemnations, and you have damaged your reputation. You did not know that you are going to be at this position. You see what we'll be telling you? That when you come in, be careful. You can never tell. You might have that desire along the way to aspire for a political position. And then, when you think everything is okay, nothing is happening, something might just pop up on you. And that's it. Yeah, is it? Where we are right now. And if people should not discuss it. It is not about anything private. No government official, no public official has a private life. You only have private life when you are out of government. You are out of the public space. But once you are in public service, once you are at the disposal of the people, in no private life. Let the president of the United States, Donald Trump, go do something funny socially and see whether the people of America will say that a private life. You have to drop that stupid thinking in this country. It is private life when it is against you, but it is not private when it is against your opponent. Yesterday, George Wagon paid child support. George Wagon go to America. Wasn't what you Unity Party people were saying? Did you people say that men's private life, we need not say anything about it? And I said, George Wagon go to America. When George Wagon go to America, they were arresting him. The same thing some people saying, which I don't believe 100%. Because Richard Cohn in his role as speaker, whatever the situation, he can go to the United States and come back on a certain condition. I know that for a fact because we saw it of other government officials. So that one that people saying Richard Cohn can go to America, I can buy into that. The atmosphere is different. The American government can look at it and say because of XYZ, they will grant you a conditional permit, as we saw of other people. But these same Unity Party people were saying George Weah can go to America. George Weah can pay child support. He's wanted in America for child support. All kinds of things. They start naming all kinds of people. They say that George Weah children. Why were they doing it? Because George Weah, a public figure. They never said, not a single person would say that it is private because they did not see it as a private life. And they were right. So George Weah left them to say whatever they want to say because he was and is public figure. At the close of the day, what happened? They said George Weah can go to America. When George Weah go to America, the United States government were arresting him. But guess what? George Weah went to America and came back. Did the American people arrest him for child support? But my emphasis is on Cohn's status. That's why it's being discussed. Nobody should get vexed. It is not about private life any longer. Cohn is the third most powerful man in this country called the Republic of Liberia. He is the third most powerful man by governance structure. He's not an ordinary person. Anything about Cohn is news just as anything about the president, vice president, pro tem, speaker, deputy speaker, every senator and representative and journalist and everybody. There are things happening to other people, great. No one has time for that. It's not in the public eyes because they are low-level people. But once you hit the echelon of society, forget it. He has to see it from that point. He has to stop talking and consult and reason politically well and do his work in the background. So since he's talking now, he widening it, he needs to give a detailed, a detailed explanation to tell the country and the whole world that this woman is lying. We're not husband and wife. So explain why the woman is using your name as the legitimate wife or as a wife. Explain it. Explain why she is not, and she is faking the name. That responsibility lies with the speaker, Rachel Kuhn. The burden does not lie with the two women entirely, but the burden of proof now shift to him. He has to explain everything to dismiss, because the public believing. Vast majority of the public believing these women. Before I came on the air, Compton was showing me another lady again that came out with a podcast explaining about Rachel Kuhn. And before the day ends, who knows? Maybe 2 or 3 women will come up again. Listen, if this place was a serious place, if that legislature was a serious legislature, Rachel Kuhn impeachment resolution already drafted and set to get into motion for his removal. This is grave enough. It constitutes impeachment. That thing he talking in Lower County, it in a politics here. You know the damage he has caused to the legislature. What kind of character, what moral ground does he have to sit over there presiding over those people and tell them anything about immorality from a political perspective, social perspective, whatever? They will use this against him. These guys now, they are armed, especially his rivals in that legislature. That's what they're going to use against him. And guess what? Guess what? Here is 8 people. You mark it. This, Rachel Kuhn will show a behavior in that place that if he's not careful, his own boss man, Joseph Yema Boaka, will give up on him. The guys over there will come up with a vote of no confidence on unruly corridor, because you know why? He will be provoked all of the times. The guys, his rivals, I'm not saying the people, the guys who support him or his clique, the guys whom he had always gone against, he had always threatened, the guys whom he had marginalized, whom he had done a number of awful things to, they have a weapon now to use, strong one, and they will tell him, they will use that to say some things to him that will upset him. If he doesn't have a strong control of his psychology, he will say things or do things that will go against him. And then already the guys are finding a way to remove him because they are uncomfortable with his leadership or his rulership, because that's not leadership there, that's rulership. They are uncomfortable. So he has to be careful. And that being careful, just take everything off your chest. Take everything. If I were Rachel Kuhn, I explain my side, give my version, and let everything be finished. Let the public know whether this woman is telling the truth or not. And it will have nothing, it will have no political reputational damage on you. You will remain a speaker. In fact, your colleagues who, hearing that, they were dismissed from their mind what they heard of the lady and believe. They will not see her as truly the one who was trying to damage you. But you can make a sentimental statement, malicious, go to court. Then look, the next thing he said. What has that thing got to do with the leadership of the house? If it has anything to do, it puts him in an embarrassing position. He said, He said, as Speaker of the House of Representatives, obsession, power greed. As Speaker of the House of Representatives, I owe it to the people. I lead to provide the kind of leadership rooted in character, discipline, and integrity. Let's put this in context. The first thing, yes, the irony of the speaker. It is not about whether you are speaker or not. It's about infidelity. It's about flirting. It's about polygamy. It is about philandering. Philandering is having sexual relation with ladies, or let's just say kasha, but you always around 2, 3, 4. That's what we're talking here. And it borders on your reputation, on your status. It has got nothing to do with how you lead a house. It's not about the house. It's about what the damage that you have caused. That these women are descending on you. Not one, but women are descending on you. Infidelity, recklessness, irresponsible behavior. These are things they are saying about you. So it is not because you are Speaker of the House of Representatives. Then he said, the kind of leadership rooted in character. So character, discipline, and integrity. So yeah. If this is what you summarize yourself in these 3 words, character, discipline, and integrity, if that what Richard Cohn, the speaker, summarized himself in these 3 words, then yes, the ultimate end of these 3 words, resignation. If he got that character, he will take a decision. If he is disciplined enough, he will do the needful to step aside. If he got integrity, he will do the needful to step aside. Using these words, how empty he does not understand the implications. He indicting himself further. It's not about the leadership you provide to the house. It's about how you, as Speaker of the House of Representatives, cannot handle, cannot take care of your child, cannot support your child. The lady is saying that she took you to America. She tried giving you life. Make sure that you have a green card. All those things. There's plenty of things. The other woman coming on the side and explain it. What has it got to do with the leadership you provide to the house? You're providing bad example. If you will ever talk about provision, you're providing bad example. As Speaker, Chief, we criticize you, we condemn you and your colleagues because of the path you treaded. Since you became Speaker, we respect you and we refer to you as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, which does not say that you cannot be criticized by us. No, but we respect you. Yesterday, we were on your back 24/7 because of the illegal path you people were treading. We weren't against you, and we will not be against you, Richard Cohn. We own it. Want the right thing to be done. In this case, again, we are on you because you are the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the 10th most powerful man of this sovereign country, this independent country. You are not an ordinary person. If you have it, what if it was your deputy speaker? You think you would be certified, or any one of your colleagues in that House of Representatives? Is you just say, oh, nothing wrong with it, the people just want to damage your character, it's malicious, they're going to go. Is that what you would say? No. You would tell that colleague that this is grave. You have to exonerate yourself by explaining, giving your side of the story. So you need to do the same. Dismiss this thing, and you dismiss it by giving your version. It will mean nothing. It will take nothing from you. The leadership you need to show in this thing is not the leadership that you already preside, presiding over the legislature. The leadership you need to show is explaining yourself, how you handle the situation, and it comes with explaining. Forget about what you're doing in that legislature. Forget about integrity, discipline, character. You explain, clear your character, clear your integrity, clear your character, and be disciplined to explain. Discipline yourself to give a full explanation. Give your position. That's how you use these three words. Show the character that you are, and not what the people are portraying of you. Show that character that you are not that person. And you do it with discipline. Face the reality and maintain the integrity that you claim to have. And let these women come back and say other things. But you're not doing it. You make a statement that implicates you further, or gives further credence to what the women are saying. After you have said in Lofa County, this woman is my biological sister. Her name is XYZ. She's my junior sister. We came out in this way. This is she's my sister by mother, or she's my sister by father. We came up in this time. We were born this way. She was born this time. And I tell you what you are going to say, because when you start explaining kind of thing, then what happened? It was shift. They were shift against Cecilia. They said, oh, but the woman here truly, she's scheming. She truly want to damage the speaker. What we listen to from the speaker is deeper, clearer than what she explained on the network. But you when I say if malicious, if people have anything, they must go to court. It's not about going to court here. The woman said, sign the divorce paper. If you did not marry that woman, tell everybody I did not marry the woman. Let her prove where we got married. Let her show the document. And the woman was showing document. If you did it, if she is your sister, truly, if she is your sister and you are her brother, and you did that to get you to America, then that incest. The reason I say incest, because she said they asked her, husband and wife, anything, and she knew what the guys were talking about, sex. She said, oh yeah, but married man and married woman will not have sex. So if that is true, then that was incest. So let's assume, for discussion's sake, that Cecilia is the biological sister of Richard Kuhn, and Richard Kuhn is the biological brother of Cecilia. She said in America, they marry and then they have sex. So is Richard Kuhn telling us by this statement that he has sex with his sister? Because the sister said they had sex. They asked her last night on the show. They asked her. Even though I joined in late because I had to finish with AB show, family, food to eat and other things there before, but I was just in time. I think it was the third or fourth question. when I jump in. Somebody hinted me and said, oh, the woman explaining what she want when I go there. Just in that time, the first, the second, the third, that was the third question. She said, oh, yeah, what kind of man, married woman will not have sex? Me and Rachel Kuhn have sex. So if Rachel Kuhn is saying today that his sister, and the lady said they had sex, then an incest. Brother loving to sister, sister loving to brother. Nasty. For what? Ego. They didn't, my man, Chief, you the brethren lies with you, yeah? You the man in this thing. And you the speaker. It is because of your stature that this thing is expanding and it's being elevated and it's being discussed the way it is being discussed. So you have the burden of clarification. You come out as speaker, you give a full explanation. A full explanation. Explain, let the whole country and the whole world hear your version so that you will move on. Anything short of doing that, my man, forget it. You will not even have the face to preside over anything or to go to any place. You can be energetic. You go to a place and the speaker of the Honorable High Representative, Honorable Rachel Kuhn, and you go, you take my. Your conscience will never ever be clear. People will see you as that person. You will only see yourself in your position as speaker, but consciously you will not be clear, and people will be suspicious of you anywhere and everywhere because they are living with you now. They were escorting you everywhere. It's all over. And the lady said last night, she said that she would give, or Vemo said she would give a whole explanation or version of how it all been. Some country, especially like America, Rachel Kuhn, you resign. But it can't happen here. That what makes the country is not a country of standard. You speaker of the House of Representatives, tell most powerful men in the country, these women saying anything about you. So you are flirting with women from one woman to another, living a pimp life because you want this, you won't get that. Vemo said she was in 9th grade. You're in 9th grade when the pregnancy came. So she was a teen. She was a teen. So it means that she was allegedly raped. That's what it means. When the president, she said no, she can't call her age. But she was in 9th grade when the pregnancy came. And they were doing their late thing. I see you, man. I see you. Tomorrow is Christmas Day. We gotta go rest. The stress is not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. This body to wake up that war. But I see you, man. We gotta go rest. My beg you. So the speaker said today. He said today that Cecilia is his sister. Cecilia is his sister. That's what he said. And Cecilia said last night on the network, they asked her, you and this man, your husband, you had anything? She said, what kind of husband and wife would not have sex? Brother can love to sister. Brother can have sex with sister. So if the speaker say his sister, then the sister say that my husband and we had sex. You be that there. I see you. Tomorrow is Christmas. Tomorrow is Christmas. I see you. LIB, this country is very interesting. I see you. If God permits, we're back tomorrow. The news is on at 6, King's Newsroom. Join us for that at 6 o'clock. 6:50. Isiaka Sharif and Josephine Pello Johnson are in with CDC Hour. And then at 8 o'clock, the light is on. Teacher Light, the teacher, the journalist, the evangelist, the Anthony at Law, Abraham William will face the issues. I see you.